It's been some week in FPL. Here's 5 things we've learned. Welcome to the Gianni YouTube show. Hope you guys are well. At number 1, we have learned that Man City attack absolutely needs covering. And I'm not talking about one of them. I'm talking about 2 or even 3 of them. In the last 6 Premier League games, they've scored a minimum of 2 goals a game. They're scoring at will. And of course, De Bruyne, Haaland, they are back. So when we look at the average position map for their midweek win against Burnley, well, it looks good for De Bruyne, doesn't it? Like, if you watch the game, De Bruyne got an assist, he got a bonus point, clean sheet, but he's going to pick up so many points. So look, here he is, number 17. Look how close he was to Alvarez. He's pretty much playing off the front man. This is the prime De Bruyne role we want to see. When Haaland's back, that is the best partnership in Premier League football at the moment. De Bruyne, Haaland completely on a level. They could both start against Brentford. I think we need to be on at least one of them for Brentford. I expect De Bruyne to start. Will Haaland start? Maybe I'm 50-50 on that. Look, this average position map also shows, with De Bruyne playing in this role and with no Kyle Walker occupying all the space on the right-hand side. As a fullback, Kyle Walker gallops forward and the right-sided midfielder, i.e. Foden in this case, drifts infield. Well, when Lewis plays, we can see Lewis there drifting infield completely, and Foden therefore hugs the touchline. So we need Walker back for Foden to be better, but Foden's still picking up points. Man City scoring goals for fun. Doku looked bright. Haaland got 20 minutes. KDB 70. We got to jump on them, guys. The fixtures are so good for Man City. Oh, and they've got a double game week coming up. What else have we learned? We've learned that the Man City attack's really good and better than perhaps we always think. The Liverpool attack is even better at the moment. In the last 3 Premier League games, they've scored 4-4-4. This is without Mo Salah. Darwin, Jota, Diaz. Boy, we've got to be covering that Liverpool attack, and we hope as well there'll be a double game week for them in game week 25. We'll talk more about Liverpool attack, and I'm going to show you an average position map in just a second. But guys, if you fancy hitting that like and subscribe button nice and early, that would be amazing. Also, if you want to check out Fantasy Football Scout, there's a link in my description. Liverpool. All right, so I've given you the average position map of City midweek. What about the average position map of Liverpool midweek? We've been really used to seeing Darwin down the left, Jota number 9 and Diaz on the right. Well, against Chelsea, Klopp mixed it up. He played Darwin central, number 9. He played Jota out on the right and Diaz in his go-to position out on the left where we expect to see Diaz. And it worked. It worked big. Jota, the slotter, scoring. Darwin, it was a night to forget for his owners. But if you're a Liverpool fan and you're not interested in FPL, you come away from that going, Darwin was amazing tonight and unlucky in front of goal. He hit the woodwork, a Premier League record 4 times in one game. I think that's 12 for the season, maybe 13. Crazy. He missed a penalty, gets an assist and a yellow card. It's absolutely chaos. But I look at Darwin's performance and I look at Jota's performance, and if I'm not on either of them, I want to get one, if not both. And my plan for the double game week, if Liverpool get there, is to own both these guys. And obviously I'm on Darwin. But look, the average position map, Darwin right at the head of that kind of arrow in attack. Really nice. And even when he plays out on the left, he's the most advanced man on the pitch. So look, Liverpool attack, just like Man City attack. I know we know this already. We know they're brilliant, but they don't always score these kind of numbers. They don't always look quite this sharp. Well, these two are going for the title. They're not dropping many points, and there's going to be goals galore. So we got to back City big. We got to back Liverpool big. What about a number 3 though? Because there's 2 players at number 3, which I've kind of started to write off, and they actually performed really well in game week 22, and they are 2 of the highest owned players in the game. But I'm learning, point number 3, that Watkins and Saka are probably just good long-term holds. I was doubting them. I was giving them one last chance, and they both in game week 22 performed. Goals and bonus points. So Saka mopped up with 10 points. I think he got 3 bonus. Watkins got 7 points. I think he got a single bonus. The fixtures are good for both. They're 90-minute men. They both play in game week 26. We don't quite know about game week 29, but again, they could feature in 29. I look at Watkins, I look at Saka, and I think I'm probably just going to... I'm certainly holding for another week or 2. My transfers this week, you can see my team selection video, which will be out tomorrow. you can see where I'm going, and it's not selling either of these two. That's not a direction now I'm heading in. So that's really interesting that both Watkins and Saka are kind of, I think many of us are doing this. We're going, oh, last chance. No, they're starting to return. We give them a little bit more time. By the way, the Aston Villa fixtures, let's have a look at them, shall we? Sheffield United away, United at home, Fulham away, Forest at home, Luton away. It's a great run. And for Arsenal, it's not quite as good, but it's good. Liverpool this weekend. Then they're on the road to West Ham and Burnley. Newcastle at home, and then they're on the road to Sheffield United. It's still a good run of fixtures. Certainly Watkins has got the better run, but both have good fixtures coming up, and they're starting to show a little bit more form. Guys, in at number 4, things we've learnt this week is, well, Jurgen Klopp has said Mo's not ready for the Chelsea game, and he won't be ready for the next game, Arsenal. But he left it loose. We have also seen Liverpool on Wednesday, tweet this picture of Mo Salah. Sure, this is not proper training, right? This is not back on the grass. Back on the grass is boots on and with the team and balls. This is him in trainers, barely jogging. It's part of his rehab though. Could we see Mo Salah for game week 24 versus Burnley? Yes, we could. I think there's a good chance. Of course, Liverpool of the game week 25 double. It's interesting that Trent has been eased back slowly from his injury. 2 substitute appearances now for Trent, once in the cup, once in the league. Could we see similar with Salah? Is Klopp easing his guys a little bit slower this season? Like, I look at Jota, like he was available in 3 cameos before he was starting a game. And I wonder if Salah gets a cameo before a start. I think I'm ruling Salah out now because of money in my team. And I'm going down I've got De Bruyne and Haaland I'll be having. And maybe you can cover Salah points with Darwin and Jota. The way they're playing, maybe for a few weeks you can. Look, long term, Salah will always be the best asset. But knowing he's flagged and we don't know if he'll be back in 24 or 5, I think we can actually go without him. But look, things we're learning. He's back. He's back doing some form of light work. In at number 5, guys, well, things we've learned. Newcastle, they're looking really good. We've all sort of written them off. They're not in the Champions League. They're starting to play like the Newcastle we saw at the start of the season. They had this really bad lull, didn't they? Well, I look at them against Aston Villa, who are very... Go into Villa Park's tough, man. They look so good. And look, even when Isak goes off injured, and Wilson's injured at the moment, Anthony Gordon goes and plays number 9. He put up good numbers as well. Look, Gordon, I think, got a 1 or 2 pointer. He got yellow carded. He didn't score. He hit the woodwork. He had 3 successful dribbles, 87% pass accuracy, 0.41 XG. I saw that number on Scout earlier. He looked good. He's still a low to mid-price midfielder. And when I look at the Newcastle fixtures, I look at Gordon and go, how can I accommodate him? He looks really promising. Like Luton next at home, genuinely captainable. Forest away, Bournemouth at home, Arsenal away, Wolves at home. It's such a good run. It's such a good run. And this Newcastle team is one of the best attacks in the league. Even without an Isak or a Wilson, or even when they're around Gordon playing from the left, he's so bright. He's been Newcastle's player of the season. One of the standout FPL assets. I think he's going to go on a really good run, Gordon. And I'm trying to think of ways I can accommodate him. I made a big howler in my team a couple of weeks ago. Pascal Gross was a bad move. I wish I had gone for a player like a Gordon or an Eze. Hindsight's a wonderful thing. You can't get every call absolutely right. But that was slightly... very disappointing. So look, Newcastle probably need a little bit more love. And I look at other teams and go, Crystal Palace, they've got good fixtures. They've gone and just scored 3 goals in game week 21. If they're fit, Elise and Eze, we know they're really good assets. I look at Spurs, again, another 3 goals for Spurs. There's teams that we're not loving in FPL, probably deserve a little bit more time and energy. However, of course, all of our main focus, because of the fixtures, because of the double game week, and Liverpool Man City assets are going to be, of course, we've got tunnel vision for them, I have. But after that wave of 24, 25, and the blank in 26, we'll start to be buying players, for many of us that aren't going to use a free hit in game week 29, we'll be buying players that we know are going to play in game week 29. And we'll know about that after game week 24, off the back of So round game week 24, the next FA Cup round, right? As soon as we know who's playing in 29, if we're dead ending our team, transfers in 25, 6, 7 and 8 and possibly 9 will all be veered towards those that have fixtures. And if we're looking at players at Spurs or Palace, there's a few, Newcastle, then maybe that's the direction we go in. So look, I thought that was really interesting to monitor there. Guys, thank you for liking and subscribing. I've had loads of new subscribers of late. I've also had quite a few new channel members. So if you fancy being a member and part of the WhatsApp group, I'd love that. I do members only videos now as well. So on YouTube, there's members only videos every week. You get all your questions answered in comments. You can join the WhatsApp group. If it's something for you, then do click the word join underneath this video if you fancy it. But guys, thank you so much for watching the video. My team selection video is going to be back tomorrow. I'll also be looking to a deadline stream on Saturday morning. So loads going on. Thank you as always for your support, and I'll see you.